the hard-hitting Swedish monster, the Husqvarna Carpenters Axe. Welcome to the channel. What's up, guys? It's Wes. I am Midgard Axe. To the new people here, watch this video, watch some of my older content, and subscribe if you like what you see. To all my returning people, what's up, guys? I am bringing you this awesome axe, the one that I was telling you about in my last video that I love so much. It is my perfect axe, the Husqvarna Carpenters Axe. I said ass. Husqvarna, not Husqvarna or Husqvarna. It's Husqvarna. Varna, if you want to put a little roll in the R. Husqvarna. That's how you pronounce it. My perfect throwing axe. But is it perfect? No, it's not. It is not perfect. But it can be with work, okay? I'm getting into some of the stuff on this axe. We'll just get into a few things. It does have a 4-inch bit. Sometimes they come with a little bit longer than a 4-inch bit. I haven't gotten any below 4, but I have gotten bits that were longer than 4, okay? The axe in its entirety weighed 2 pounds and 14 ounces. So we're tipping the scales at almost 3 pounds on this axe. And this handle is only, the handle ranges too. I've gotten handles that were 20-inch. I've gotten handles that were 22 inches. It really varies. And then especially if you bring the axe head down onto the shoulder, you're going to lose some length there too, which you're going to always probably have to do with these axes. I started with these axes when they were about 70 bucks. You could get these for about $69, $70. And they were great back then. However, they've gotten a little pricey now. I think I've seen them on Amazon go for like $150, which to me is a little expensive for this axe. I'd say if you can get it around anywhere between $80 to $110, you're doing good, okay? Back then, when you were getting them for $70, they needed a lot more work. I will say that they have upped their QC game since they've started asking a little bit more money for these, but they still need work. So no, it is not a perfect axe, okay? When I would get them, when I was paying $70 for them and getting them, the edges, the contour on the edges were all off. The grind was horrible. The pole was all weirdly wonky shaped. You'd have to even the pole out. You'd have to even the top of the head out if you didn't like it. Would sit like this, which it was just more annoying than anything. So you would have to even that out. You have to reprofile the bit. There was quite a few things that you had to do, but since they've started asking a little bit more money for them, like I said before, I think their QC game has gone up because there is a lot of things good about this axe and not so good about this axe, and it's looking better. Okay, let's just say that. But this has the potential to be one of the best hard-hitting throwing axes that you could ever buy. It's fairly cheap. You're getting Swedish axe head, which is really cool. You know, guys, I love Swedish axes. And with a little bit of work, you can turn this thing into a great throwing axe, okay? The handle comes with a hickory handle. Most of the grain orientation that I'm getting on these, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, is pretty close to vertical, if not vertical. I haven't gotten any really bad grain orientation on the handles I've been getting from them, so which is cool. Pretty sure HB does a lot of their stuff, if not makes their head. I'm not 100% sure on that. Do your own research, but I'm pretty sure HB has a lot to do with these Husqvarna axes. They come with a steel barrel wedge in the top, which we'll get into that later. And usually speaking, when they haft their heads on their handles, they don't go all the way down to the shoulder, which means I always end up having to take the head off and rehaft it down. And if you guys remember my video that I made about all the long video I just made, I was telling you guys about how you fill this hole up here when you take the steel barrel wedge out. It's mostly because when I work with these axes, I get really good handles, but they need to come down, and I end up having to take that steel barrel wedge out, and then you have that huge hole there. So I hate taking steel barrel wedges out, guys. It is a pain. I hate it. But when I get a really good handle, I want to use it. So I've got a lot of practice taking steel barrel wedges out. This thing hits like a freaking truck because of how heavy it is. Let me show you guys something. I'm gonna take you on a trip with me. This is why, one of the reasons why I have a love-hate relationship with this thing. Let me see if I can make sure I set up the camera right so you can see it. Old Dave's up there hanging out. This is why I say these things hit like a freaking truck. I love these axes, but they tear my targets to just shreds. This thing hits like a freaking truck, guys. I swear. Here, let me keep you right here, and I'll throw one from there, and you guys can see it hit from this angle. I'll give you a shot of Dave. It's a workout throwing that thing too. It's a workout, that's for sure. This thing's, like I said, this thing's weighing in almost 3 pounds. So you haven't thrown in a while and you go to throw this thing a couple times, you will be sore the next day. And the cool thing, the reason why I like these axes so much is because they give you, carpenter's axes in general, but especially this one, they give you a blank canvas. You have a lot of steel to work with compared to smaller head axes. So you have a lot of steel to work with, so you can kind of design things. You can take weight off of the head if you want to. You can take some of the pull off the back if you want to kind of lighten the back end up. There is so much potential in these axes, it's not even funny. There is so much potential in these axes that you guys didn't know this. My race axe, one that I designed that I always show you guys, I've been hiding this whole time. You can see that or not. It's this axe. It's the Husqvarna Carpenters Axe that I redesigned. That's why I say these things give you so much potential. This thing is way lighter than this thing is now. But yeah, it's a Husqvarna Carpenters Axe that I redesigned. I will give you guys a little bit of a tip, and I'm going to make a huge video coming up on how to do stuff like that. But if you don't want to wait for the video and you want to start cutting into your head, I will give you this tad bit of information. Go slow and keep water on your head. When you see these people on YouTube, and I'm not calling anybody out per se, but I will say this. When you see these guys on YouTube cutting into their axe heads and they just constantly leave the blade, the cutting, their die grinder on there, whether they're grinding it or using a cutoff wheel, and they just leave it on, especially when it's near the bit, and they just leave it on there the whole time, and they're cutting and cutting and cutting and cutting, they've ruined their temper. I don't care what they say. They've ruined their temper. If you can't touch the tempered edge with your finger without pulling it off and going, man, that's too hot, the temper's gone. And I will fight anybody on that. I have a difference of opinion on that. I don't really... The tempering is what it is, and if you heat it too much, you're going to ruin it. So when you see people cutting into their axe heads and they don't take a break, or they don't pour water on it to cool it down, and they just go at it, they've ruined the temper. And when I do mine, it takes forever because I go very slow and I'm constantly putting water on it. And as soon as I'm done cutting, like when I make my small cut, I immediately put my hand on it to see how hot it is, okay? I've gotten really good at doing it to where I still check it, but I've gotten good to where I know how far I can go now before I have to stop and touch it and pour water on it to cool it. So you guys can't wait for that video and you want to do it, go slow, okay? Go slow when you're cutting your axe heads. Getting into some of the bad things about it, guys. Like I said, the head does need to move down. They never seat them on the shoulder. They never do. Normally speaking, the grind on them, yeah, like, see, I don't know if you guys, I'm gonna try to get out of the picture. I don't know if you guys can see that, but the grind is off. They don't do a great job of grinding. This thing is literally barely has an edge on it. I mean, they probably could have done a better job on the edge. Um, it, it's literally, this side looks good, but then this side angles in like this, so you have a edge that looks like this. Which I end up always having to reprofile these edges. I always do. But the tempering on these, from all the ones that I've ever got, the tempering on them have been great. They've worked. I know a lot of people use them for bushcraft axes. There's a lot of people that say you can, you can't. Um, I've chopped with mine before. Is it the best axe to use for that? No. But can you use it? Yes. But like I said, guys, this is my all-around axe. I've taken this axe camping. I've used it to, do carving work. I've used it to split, do kindling work, small logs, cut it, splitting them for like maybe like a campfire or something. This thing, get off me, fly. Um, this thing can do it all. Is it the best axe to do it all? No, but it's just, I've got so much time throwing this axe, guys. It's just awesome. The handles come, the handles are weird. I'll get some that are really thin and nice, and then I'll get some that are a little bit thicker. This one's really good. It can be thinned down a little bit, but it's not gonna, you don't have a lot of work. Okay, you just some basic thinning down, and you're good to go. These handles, wherever they get these handles from, I believe HB probably makes these handles for them. You can actually interchange handles from HB. They have the same eye dimensions as the HB Carpenters Axes, the ACA Axes, and the 20-inch angular handles fit this as well. So if you go looking for a handle, you can buy an HB 20-inch handle. It'll fit this. Just make sure it coincides with the eye dimensions. So check that out. I would recommend doing that instead of trying to find a Husqvarna handle, because you're probably going to pay way more because it's labeled that, and it's a lot more rare to find than an HB handle. So go with an HB handle if you can. Yeah, guys, what a great axe. What a great axe. You have a great platform here to start with. Like I said, it is my favorite axe. In my eyes, it's perfect, but it's only perfect because I know all the work that I can do to make it perfect. It doesn't come perfect, okay? But other than that, guys, they do a really good job of splaying the eye of the axe. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. They do a really good job of splaying it over. So could you use it the way it comes? Sure, of course you could. They did a really good job. I just like moving mine down. So final thoughts on this axe. First impressions. It's not fair to give you a first impression because I've got so much time with the axe. You guys just need to go outside and throw these heavy axes. Going from a light axe to a heavy axe, or something that you're not used to throwing, can change. You're still throwing it the same way, but it almost feels completely different because the axe is just so, so much heavier. So you just got to practice. That's all. You get it. Everybody will get it. Just got to practice, especially with the heavy axes. It'll work your shoulder. My thing, if I was to tell you guys anything, would be, if you're starting to work with a heavy axe like this, is that not to worry about accuracy so much first, and more concerned with your delivery and your mechanics. Once you feel like you get that down, then you can start honing in on accuracy. Don't get discouraged with throwing these heavy axes if your accuracy is off. You got to get used to it. You got to build up that muscle, and you got to build up muscles you maybe haven't used before, or you got to build up the mechanics to throw a heavy axe. So practice just your mechanics and hurling that thing down, and then you can worry about accuracy later. It'll come. You'll get it. Just keep practicing. Great axe. It is a great axe. Does it need work? Yes. Does it need a lot of work? Yes and no, depending on which axe you get. Some axes come with a very nice pole in the back that you won't have to square up. Some will have a decent grind on them, so you won't have to completely reprofile the edge as much. But that's with any axe. Most axes that I get rarely come perfect. Most axes you got to put time into. But this right here, this is used in a lot of my videos. A lot of the fruit cutting videos that I throw, splitting fruit in half, especially some of my early videos. If you guys go to some of my very first shorts or go to my TikTok page and look at a lot of the videos that I first started with, they were all made with this axe here. So I like it because I like heavy axes, heavy-headed axes, and this thing is heavy. Like I said, it's coming in at almost 3 pounds. But when I do modifications to it, I can work it to where I can get it down a little bit more, thin the handle some more, get it down to closer to almost 2 pounds. I can almost shave, which is crazy. I can almost shave a pound off this axe if I wanted to get it down closer to almost 2 pounds. So you do have that working material here, which is great. You have a ton to work with to where you can start with a lot, thin it down to where you want it to be at. So which is really cool with this axe. So this is going to be part 1. I'm going to do 3 parts on this one, guys, because the modification video that I'm going to make is going to be a video all on its own, because I have a lot of cool things to show you with this axe, how I'm going to completely transform this thing into something different. So that's going to be a video in its own. And then the third video, of course, is going to be my final thoughts, showing you guys the modifications that I've made, throwing in some throwing videos, and then doing the axe giveaway to one of you guys. So stick around. And right now I'm going to run the axe winner for the Council Tool Camp Carver. So let's get in to see who won the Council Tool Camp Carver. Spin that wheel. Number four, you win. And how I do it, guys, is that I always set it from newest to oldest comments. That's how I do it. Randomly go hit newest to oldest, okay? And that is number 4. And number 4 is Adam Cowling. Adam, you have won the Council Tool Camp Carver. However, there is a slight issue, and I need to address it with everybody really quick. Okay, so YouTube, when you guys create your YouTube account, YouTube will make your subscription list private, so people can't see who you're subscribed to. That includes the people that you're subscribed to. I can't see, there's only 73 or 74 of you that I can see that are subscribed to me. I've got like 300 and some subscribers, so I only can see 74 of you guys. Adam, I can't see that you're subscribed to me. So what I need everybody to do is go into their settings and change their subscription status from private to public. That way, going forward, I can see that you're subscribed to me, because that is one of the requirements to win the axe, is that you have to be subscribed to me. So Adam, here's 1 or 2 things that's going to happen here. Either 1, you need to go in and change your settings to public so I can see that you're subscribed to me, or 2, you're not subscribed to me. Sorry, man, if you're not subscribed to me, that's one of the requirements. I'm gonna have to do the review or the giveaway again, okay? Sorry. But if you are, just contact me, go into any of my videos. My email address is there. Send me an email and let me know that you've changed it to public so I can see that you're subscribed to me. And then we'll converse about an address to send the axe to. So, but guys, please go in there, make it public so I can see this. We don't keep running into this problem over and over and over again. New reviews getting ready to drop. Really cool axe. You guys will want to get in on this review too. This one's going to be an awesome one. So stay tuned. Don't be upset. There's plenty more reviews coming, guys. So thanks for commenting, and thanks for entering. Back to the video. All right, guys. So that wraps up the Council Tool Camp Carver, and we are on to the next one. So stick around. Let's see what we can do with this axe, and I hope I can teach you guys some stuff along the way. So until next time, guys, see ya.